Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is February 7th of 2026. So based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage an earth-changing apocalyptic nuclear event on the date February 8th of 2026. So this may happen on the evening of February 7th in the United States and February 8th elsewhere, or it may happen on February 8th in the United States and February 9th. But it's going to be bookending the date of February 8th of 2026. So firstly, I just want to say the date of February 8th is unique in for many reasons, because the number 2 and 8 means to infinity. So the number 2 obviously is the same as the word 2, and then the 8 symbol is the infinity symbol, which means to infinity. It's also 2 times 8 is 16, and we have the CIA star. The logo of the CIA has the 16-pointed star. Not only that, then the 28 is the 88 numerology, which is found in the logo of the Pittsburgh Steelers on their helmets, which was involved in the Super Bowl nuclear terror plot of February 6, 2011, as well as the nuclear attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were executed on August 6 and August 9th, or 8-6 and 8-9. So you have the 88 numerology in those attacks as well. Also, if the CIA stages a nuclear event on the date of February 8th or surrounding the date of February 8th, it's obviously going to be used to trigger World War III. And although it's highly likely that this event is going to target the state of Israel on the morning of February 8th, there's also a realistic possibility that the Super Bowl, which is Super Bowl XL between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, could be targeted, or it could be happen during the live broadcast of that game. That being said, I published a book back on January 28th of 2011 entitled The Nuclear Bible, which is about a false flag nuclear terror attack targeting Super Bowl XLV in Dallas, Texas, between the aforementioned Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. So a nuclear event surround or during the Super Bowl is unlikely, which suggests that in fact this said nuclear event is going to happen prior to the Super Bowl, which I believe is going to happen in the early morning hours of February 8th in the apartheid state of Israel. So exactly what type of nuclear event is planned is not known, but a 9/11 style nuclear terror attack where a nuclear warhead is placed on a commercial military aircraft and then flown into a particular location is a possibility. A nuclear ICBM strike targeting Israel, possibly from Pakistan, Iran, or Russia. There's also the possibility of a broken arrow, which is a random missile that goes out of, that is not on target and hits a random location in the desert, for example. A shipborne nuclear terror attack, a vehicle-borne nuclear terror attack, such as a truck bombing, a strategic bombing attack, so a nuclear weapon is loaded into an aircraft and then dropped Hiroshima and Nagasaki style over Israel. A suitcase nuclear event where suitcase nukes are snuck into Israel and then detonated. A nuclear torpedo strike, possibly by Iran or Russia, targeting the port city of Haifa or other port cities in Israel. And this may be a thermonuclear attack, it may be a neutron bomb, it may be a hydrogen bomb, an atomic bomb, or a dirty bomb, but some sort of nuclear-related event is expected. The reason why Israel is the number one target If you draw a big X through a map of the world, with the continent of Africa, Asia, and Europe coming together, Israel is in the center of that, the bullseye, if you will. And so that's why the state of Israel was created in that particular location, because in the ancient days of the Roman Empire, I believe that that was the crossroads of the modern world, where all the imports coming in from the Mediterranean from all around the world were sold in markets in what we know as today as modern Israel. And there was a massive city there, likely not Jerusalem or Tel Aviv, but another city that has since been wiped out, where massive trading happened, and it was likely on the shores of the Mediterranean. And I say this because that is where Jewish banking came from, because they were the money changers in this massive marketplace of yesteryear. And so the CIA has created the state of Israel and made it the most controversial country in the world, for good reason, because they want to create the narrative for and a revenge attack targeting the state of Israel. And when this happens, and I believe February 8th is one of these chosen dates when this is going to happen, they're going to activate what I'm calling the top secret nerve agent spit, which is located beneath the Dead Sea, otherwise known as the Lake of Sodom. We know about Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, it's called the Lake of Sodom for a reason, and it's on the Israeli-Jordan border. So the Dead Sea, this project, it was executed under the guise of what's called the Dead Sea Project, which was this massive mega construction project that went on for, I believe, 10 to 20 years. And what they did is they, under the guise of providing water to Israeli settlements, a massive amount of what is called VX nerve gas or nerve agents was placed beneath this sea. And so in the aftermath of a nuclear event or a biological or chemical related event, a CBR related event targeting Israel or her neighbors, such as Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, etc., they would begin to release this. And I'm not sure how long or how much is in there, but it would likely last for months and years, if not decades. And it would spray this fine mist of a fatal toxin across the Middle East and the greater Middle East and Eurasia. Exactly who the CIA is going to frame for this impending nuclear event on the date of February 8th is not known. But in respect to Israel, they're likely going to blame the Muslim Brotherhood, Iran, Pakistan, Russia, Hamas, Hezbollah, ISIS, or the government of Sudan, allegedly working with ISIS, Al-Shabaab, or Boko Haram in North Africa. That being said, I believe because the Rafah border crossing between Israel and Egypt was just opened this week after being closed for 2 years, and which begs the question, why was it closed for 2 years? Obviously, we had the Hamas-Israeli war that went on for a long period of time during this, but they just opened it up, and I believe, my personal opinion is, because the CIA has created this narrative that the Muslim Brotherhood has a nuclear weapon, that they were able to purchase off the black market, and they even created a political party of the Muslim Brotherhood within the Egyptian government, and Egypt borders Israel. And so for this date of February 8th, one potential scenario, which is blinking red because of the opening of the border crossing, is a nuclear weapon which was put on a semi truck or put in a box truck and snuck across the border into Palestine, and then they would use it in some sort of vehicular ramming attack, possibly targeting the coalition forces in Israel, possibly targeting border stations, or they'll claim that it was snuck into Israel in some form or fashion via the Hamas tunnels, or something to that effect. There's also a possibility of it being placed on a rail on a train and then shipped into Israel. But that is the scenario which I suspect is the scenario which they plan to go with this particular time. Obviously, in the aftermath of this video, they will likely reload and change targets and locations. But that is the scenario which is blinking red. The link between nuclear weapons and Egypt and the Muslim Brotherhood has been made multiple times, and so this is a realistic possibility. So obviously, if the CIA stages any sort of nuclear-related event surrounding the date of February 8th, 2026, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets.